Hello and welcome to episode 54 of Tifosi Time. If you're hearing someone different, it's because Frank is not dedicated. He's in Texas right now. Um, I don't know. He might be hopping on a phone call. We'll see. Um,
He's dead to me.
he There's no dedication there. We already got Poot in the chat saying hi. How you doing? We have Dan. Dan, you want to say hi or anything special?
Hello there.
Okay. And we also have Pietro. Pietro, you
All
want to say
right,
something?
right.
All right, we got a lot to talk about. It was 2 weeks. Um, I don't know, Dan, how did you set this up? Oh, before we do anything, if you're first time here, make sure you subscribe. If you like what you're hearing, we're on everything Twitch, YouTube, all the podcasts. Um, Write some comments, give us some likes. We'll reply. We really don't have lives, so let us know. All right, Dan, where'd you start here with these 2 weeks here?
Yeah, I don't know. So we had 2 weeks crammed together. I mean, we had the midweek games and the weekend games. We can briefly go over the round five games. I didn't really make any slides for those because they're old by now. But if Don wants to throw up the round five games, results just in case no one knows about them. I don't know. Do you want to read over the whole list, Chris? Or
I mean, we can. I honestly don't even remember this game. So from round five, we had Bologna, Genoa 2-2 tie, Atalanta, Sassuolo 2-1 Atalanta, Fiorentina 1, Inter 3, which is kind of disappointing for me. We had Salernitana.
Which was still in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
First
Yeah.
half, Fiorentina should have won.
They played well. Yeah, they played good. But then we had Salernitana and Verona with 2-2 draw. Spezia, Juventus. Juventus squeaked that out 3-2 win.
I see, I don't understand. The first half. I mean, they come back, right? They were losing.
I don't even
Juventus
remember.
was losing. Yeah.
yeah, it was a mess. I mean, they got the 3 points. It's great, whatever.
Which is
but
important.
they weren't impressive.
No, not at all. Then we had AC Milan versus Venezia, 2-0. Cagliari and Empoli. Empoli won 2-0. Samp and Napoli, which was bad game from Samp. They lost 4-0. Torino and Lotz was 1-1. And then we had Roma and Udinese 1-0 Roma.
Yeah. So like I said, that's old news because it was a week ago already. But we are going to talk about some games this week because this round just finished today.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this week and then Champions League and all the other tournaments are midweek this week. So another busy
It's too
round.
many games.
It is. It's too much to remember.
So if I remember, we have the Champions League this week? Is it international break after that, or is there?
No, we have Torino.
Oh,
well,
Torino.
this weekend is This weekend
and then the break, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
So let's get into it. Let's say, Dom, throw up actually which game. There was a game we wanted to start, the Inter Atalanta game, right?
The game was beautiful.
That game was pretty entertaining. So for those who didn't see, 2-2 draw Inter versus Atalanta. Things that popped out to you guys. I'll let you go first, and then I'll continue. Well, there's one thing that popped out to me more than others. But
for me, the easiest thing was Atalanta. It's Malinowski's first good game, I would say, in the year, and they're a totally different team when he's playing good.
Yeah, the frustrating part to me is that Gasperini subbed him out around the 60th or 70th minute. I know that
Demiral catch butterfly.
Yeah, Demiral with his arm. But it's disappointing part to me because he was so dominant. And I know they have the midweek game. They have the game tomorrow for the Champions League, so he had to maybe save him and rest him a little bit. But Malinowski was dominant in that game. He played like he did last April, where he won Player of the Month. Blasting shots from the outside. He had the assists. He's got the best shot in the league from outside the box. So there's no question about it.
He just looked like a different player. Like he actually wanted to be there and play. It was totally different from anything we've seen from the Euros and the start of the season by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's the one that stood out for me the most. Darun finally came back from his 5-game suspension that he had with the ref last year. So
Makes
it was nice.
Difference.
Yeah, it was nice to see him back. But what you said, Demiral at the end of the game with the handball. Jumping up for a header and just not being aware of where the ball is or where his arms are. Like you can't do that nowadays. And the ball just clearly hits his arm, and it's a penalty shot, which DeMarco. My buddy DeMarco, I like DeMarco. Chris likes DeMarco. Frank likes DeMarco. Pietro's not a huge fan of him. Hits the crossbar on the penalty shot, which that upset me actually. I wanted him to. I feel bad. I felt bad that he missed.
No, I don't feel bad.
I felt bad for him. Not for Inter. For him, I felt bad. I don't care about Inter.
No, Inzaghi say he chose to have him kick the penalty.
Listen, he's a
set piece.
A set piece specialist. You saw the blast he did a couple weeks ago, from outside the box. So it's not anything new for him. He just, he struck it wrong and he hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
But anyway, they didn't have it to win.
That game could have went anyway. It could have been Inter loss, Inter win, or a draw. Like it could have ended either any of those ways.
At the end of the game with the VAR, the review, Atalanta thought they had the game, right?
Yeah, so those who didn't see, Piccoli at the end of the game scored a last-minute goal, but VAR went back what was that, 2 minutes before, a minute before?
Out of bounds.
Yeah, but the ball was out.
It did go out. It was the right call. It just didn't come to an advantage to the team that scored, which sucks. They got the corner kick instead of the goal, which is annoying. But it was the right call in the end.
Yeah, a lot of good games this week. This is definitely up there with the game of the week. We got. I don't know. Hold on one second.
What I liked from that game, I mean, Barella. He had another assist. He's got 5 assists in 5 weeks. He just keeps putting in, and he could have had 3 assists. He had a couple other nice crosses in that game where they hit the post or shot it wide and stuff like that.
Hey, I know we say it every week, but how good is Musso?
Musso saved them for a little bit. Yeah, Genoa Sespo in the chat's Genoa Verona game of the week. That was a very good game. We'll talk about that a little bit. Poot says that was a really good game though. Started with Atalanta playing really, really rough. Yeah, I mean, for me, you have to remember Atalanta still isn't 100%. I mean, you guys are all saying you were worried. You're worried about Atalanta this season. I've been the only one consistently.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, I've been the one most on them saying that I'm not worried about them. Like I said, they don't have Muriel. They don't have Hattabor. They just got the room back. Give them some. Demiral's a new defender. Give them some time. Musso was a great signing. If Malinovsky actually starts playing like he played today, this week, they're going to be very, very dangerous.
Right, I agree completely, 100%. Anything else you want to add to this game?
No, I mean, beautiful goal from Martinez. He had the cross from Barella. One-time shot, beautiful placement. It was an all in all a good game, and I think deserving each team gets a point. I'm fine with that. Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather have Atalanta win, but yeah, I agree.
Obviously, you'd rather have Atalanta win, but you hate Inter. But
yeah.
Do you have anything else to add about this game?
I don't know. Pietro's paying attention.
I don't know. Can you hear us?
No, she put the air conditioner, mommy.
So does that mean you're cold or you can't hear?
I don't know.
That's great.
All right. I don't know where Frank was Frank signing in? I don't remember. I thought I saw him there, but maybe not. Oh, that was you. Okay.
Well, for the people listening, we got Frank in the chat. He was saying really quickly, he said DeMarco he's predicting will be the backup left back for Spinazzola. Frank and I agree with that.
Frank and I were talking about. So they actually put DeMarco in this center back. They took Bastoni out and put in DeMarco, which usually he plays on the wing. They'll put him in for Perisic. But I understand why they put him in center back to get more of an offensive feel for it. And you see he likes to push up, and he made some chances for them. But I do agree. I think as far as the Italian national team, he will be there soon. And he's not going to be a starter, but he's going to be a capable backup for them, which is, like I said, I think he deserves. He's done his time. He's bounced around from team to team, and he's coming into his own.
Yeah. All right, you want to move on to the next game?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we gave Inter 10 minutes. That's plenty.
Hey, Frank is online, huh?
Yeah, Frank's texting and I don't know.
Hi, Frank.
Dom, do you want to go to the Rome Lazio game? All right, let's go to this. Is the derby, the big headline game of the week. For those who didn't see, Lazio 3, Roma 2. Interesting game, I would say. For me,
stole.
What?
They steal the game.
They stole the game, you think so?
Yeah, if it 1-0, they get to 2-0 when it should be 1-1 with a penalty. Everybody admit.
Well, on Zaniolo, you're saying?
Yeah, Zaniolo.
Yeah, so if you didn't see the game, Rome had the ball in the box, had the ball crossed to Zaniolo in the box. He got pushed from behind. He made it seem like, it was a penalty, which it did. It looked like a shove in the back.
To everybody, look at a penalty.
But in the meantime,
as a matter of fact, Daniel, I'll tell you something. The second penalty they give to Rome at the end, it wasn't a penalty. And the ref, he justified because they must see.
Yeah, like a makeup
It was a makeup call.
Yeah, a makeup call, but at that time they already 2-0. I mean, the game is 1-1. Could have changed everything.
Yeah. So on the first one,
they had the advantage. They throw Pellegrino the week before out.
Yeah.
Within the 7 to be thrown out.
So that was the big thing. I mean, Rome's best player.
Pellegrino is important for Roma.
He's their best player, and he didn't play in this game. So that's a little caveat, that Rome wasn't at full force. And if of all the players on the field, my light just flew out. Of all the players who you want on the field, he's the one you want there, and he wasn't there. But going back to that penalty on Zaniolo, we all thought it was. Lazio came right back on that same play on the counterattack and made it, scored the goal. So that really changed the whole complexion.
They might qualify him too.
Who?
Zaniolo.
For what?
You saw when the game finished, what gesture did to the fans?
No.
Hey.
Did he? I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. No.
2 games they're gonna get.
Yeah, he should. He should get.
So I like both.
Yeah, but that's Zaniolo though. He's so young and immature and stupid. Like, are you surprised that he did that?
Player.
He's a great player.
He's a good player.
So he actually got robbed towards the end of the game. I don't know if you guys saw Reina made a beautiful save.
Hey, for him, it's from Rome, and the derby Roma Lazio is a big Rome.
Yeah,
it's a very, very big.
Yeah. But for me, the things that stood out to me on a Roma side, first of all, Chris has got Caputo's corner. We got to name something for me about Patricio. I mean, Patricio's plays something. He is my favorite goalkeeper in the league. Patricio.
Who?
Patricio on Rome.
Oh, did you see what a Baffatuni gave?
Yeah, so so those of you who don't know what that means.
You could have killed him.
Okay, but my point on that play.
You know why they didn't give a red card? Because the guy scored.
Oh yeah, I think
it was a red card.
Yeah, if he didn't score that, I think it would. So for those who didn't see, he got killed. There was a cross into the box for the first goal. Milinkovic, who runs from the midfield, Milinkovic-Savic, who the entire time Patricio's seeing this play, and he's screaming at his defenders, "Someone run with him! Someone run with him!"
That didn't see that,
and nobody moves with him. So he saw that ahead of time.
Actually, the defender, the right full back, what's his name? He tried to get into it. He didn't get in time.
But still,
it's the center mid. They were there.
Yeah, they all saw it too slowly, except for Patricio. He was the only one yelling at them, "Somebody freaking run and run with him." So he got out there. He tried to get out there quick enough.
I don't think he did on purpose.
No, I don't think he did on purpose either.
I don't think. But he could have killed him.
He went out there and he clotheslined Milinkovic-Savic, who still scored. But he was.
As a matter of fact, what's his name? Immobile and the other guy. They called the people already, so right away.
The Lazio players were trying to celebrate with him. Meanwhile, he was like almost out cold. Like they're slapping him in the face, like congratulating him. Like he got a head injury. You shouldn't be hitting his head. So that was a little stupid, but that was a very dangerous play. Very dangerous play. He was lucky that he didn't get a red card. which would have been what?
No, but he's right. If he missed that, that would have been a straight up red. They would have kicked him out if he didn't score that
It
goal.
would have been a red card if you would have missed it.
Which shouldn't be that way. It's a red card. It's a
Shouldn't
red
have
card.
been. You just scored. It's still a red card.
Yeah.
Get caught.
Yeah, but I mean, he hit him hard, dude. Like that was a real clothesline. That was not like, oh, he just tapped him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my
Because
issue.
You see, I don't understand. He gave the yellow card. It's a foul.
Yeah.
It's a foul. And it's by the goal. The less the player, less the goal, by the goal. Even he scored, it's a red card.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're on the we're on the same page as that. So that was my issue with the first goal, is that the central defense was so absent-minded and didn't see the runner. On the second goal, Pedro's goal, on the counterattack of that Zaniolo, missed penalty that they called, you see Cristante running with Pedro and just jogging. He doesn't sprint at all. There was like no urgency from Roma.
And the other side, there was Pedro who did the good run.
That was a beautiful run.
From one goal to another.
And a perfect shot, too. Patricio almost saved it.
A good assist by Immobile.
Yes, but
hey, going back to Patricio. You said he was like yelling at his defenders.
Mm-hmm.
What would Szczesny have been doing? Just quiet.
Yeah, listen, I put them in totally different leagues. Like I said, Patricio is my favorite goalie in the league. I think he's already been worth whatever they purchased.
I think it's the best is Musso.
Musso's been
Musso and him have been great. But Patricio,
I like it because it's more cooler than everybody else.
I agree.
Actually, I was thinking if he had the 5 more inch, he would, if you
5 more inches you want to be? You want to be 5 inches taller in the NBA? Like he's tall. He's not small.
No, he's not even really tall.
Are you saying like
Donnarumma
if he was his size?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. But anyway, this was a very entertaining game.
About goalie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear even in Barcelona once, what's his name? Our goalie. What's his name?
Who?
Szczesny?
Szczesny, Barcelona. He wants to give us a 10. I would bring him just on my shoulder.
Yeah, I'd drive him personally.
Not that I want to stick to other, get off this game at all, but we were talking about goalies. I do want to mention Donnarumma. Apparently, he's not happy in PSG.
Yeah, still they think in general they might get him if they have someone to sell the chest.
Yeah, so of course Juventus is the rumored team that he wants to go to Juventus because he's not happy in PSG because apparently Messi prefers Navas. So
yeah,
he gets what he wants.
I don't feel sorry for him.
I don't either. You made your own bed.
I mean, you talked about money. I don't think they promise you to be the titolare. PSG, they have a 9 goal, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Good one.
Listen, I don't blame him for making the move. I definitely don't feel bad for him though. Like he went for the money. It's his thing.
You know what I was thinking? I think a player, he wants to play. He don't think too much about money.
Yeah.
He get upset when he comes Sunday, he don't play. That's the way I think it is.
When you're discussing a new contract with the team, one of the things you talk about is playing time. And if he didn't talk about playing time or if they promised him something they're not giving him, I would be 100% pissed too. But if they told him, listen, you're going to split time with Navas or he's the number one, and he still accepted it.
They told him that he would not accept.
That's the thing. I don't know what they said.
I don't think he would accept.
Yeah, if they're going back on their word, I would be pissed and I would say, yes, sell me.
And I think this conversation I never come over with Raiola. Because he thought he got there, he played to
yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's not doing your due diligence.
Navas is a good goalie.
Navas, I love Navas. Yeah. Yoshida's a better defender than Bonucci and DeLitt. I'm a huge Yoshida fan and Kali fan, so we'll talk about that. Do you guys have anything else to add on this Rome-Lazio game before we move over to the Juventus
Roma-Lazio, I heard something. They tried to, I don't know, some news. I don't think it's a news. We tried to make Mancini from Roma, Juventus.
That's a terrible move.
Exchange it with McCann.
That's a terrible move.
What?
Mancini, I have no faith in Mancini.
No, Mancini's a good player.
No.
What do you say?
No,
He's a good player, Mancini.
For Juventus, you want him starting? No way.
Mancini's a good player. He scored two to that guy.
So wait, time out. So you're talking now we're going to play Bonucci and Mancini, and where's
No, Mancini delete. Bonucci e Chiellini out.
Yeah, we hope so.
You cannot renew when you think to put Bonucci e
I
Chiellini.
agree. Bonucci
You
should be
cannot get it nowhere.
he should be in Serie A.
With the Allegri, that's my worry. He don't care. He will put Bonucci and Chiellini until the end. So you cannot renew the team with those two guys.
All right. So that being said, since we're on Juventus, you guys just want to move on to
Wait, no. Hold on. As far if he's talking about that transfer, on a Roma perspective, that move does not make sense for them. They're already weak in the central defense. Why would they get rid of Mancini? He's their best best central defense.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it. What's his name? Roma used even Cristante as a stopper.
Well, yeah, and he shouldn't be. That's not using him correctly.
Spot.
So you're going to put Small in there?
Dan, that's a rumor.
I know. I just think it's a stupid
one. They might
one.
think McKennie is 20 years. What is 22? What is it?
I think it's a stupid rumor for both teams.
Yeah, but the American boy he has to wake up.
Yeah,
he does. But
he disappointed me. I thought he was good. By the way, by America, I saw the game to Torino Venezia today.
Yeah.
Busio is beautiful.
He's good.
Busio is so good.
Busio, I would take him any time.
He's so good. That kid's going to be so good.
That's we'll talk about it later. It's not like he can play the ball. He can,
And really quickly, Poot said in chat, McKennie to the Premier League, and that's the rumor I keep
that's
hearing.
where Juventus should go. Should go to Venezia, say, I give you McKennie, give him Busio.
Listen, no, well,
I don't know.
McKennie's not going to Venezia. Busio will get sold.
See, but McKennie, if he keep on doing this job, he lose everything. He don't even get to France. No Germany back. France.
Let's move on to the Juventus game since we're talking about them. So for those, we have a score here. Again, they won midweek 3-2, and they won this weekend 3-2 against Samp. A game in the first half where I think we all said it. Juventus should have put away 3 or 4 goals in that first half.
The ball until the ball play put to Chiesa and Morata score.
Yeah.
So come on.
Chiesa missed an easy one. Morata missed an easy one.
A team when he misses the score, they cannot go nowhere.
No. Yeah. You need to Morata's paid to finish.
Capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing is this. They're afraid. The second half. Sampdoria came on like they were. I mean, why don't you play like the first half?
Yeah, I don't know what happens in their locker room. Like, I feel like it's a tale of two halves.
I don't think it's. I think it's his strategies. You have.
I think it's Allegri. It's a player they don't like it.
It's Allegri. It's his strategies. We have the lead now. We're going to hunker down, even though we can still dominate the game. We're not going to. We're going to let you play with it, and then we're going to let you back in the game, and we're going to make it nerve-wracking for the last 20 minutes.
I don't understand that strategy. If your team has the ball,
the
other team cannot score.
Why are you stopping the way you play?
The media already say Juventus is better when attack.
Yeah, of course.
Defend.
Their players
even
up front
the commentators say when Juventus attack is a danger, very danger.
Yeah.
Listen, so I mean, what is that? 20 games in a row they've let up a goal. 19 or 20 games.
Yeah.
Their set piece defending is atrocious every week. There's a goal on a corner kick, a goal on a set play.
Where is Bonucci?
Yeah, he was lost.
Yeah, I mean, he got outplayed.
All the goal we get from head.
Yeah, it's all set plays. Yep.
Even Allegri say we get goal from a corner kick. Hell.
So my thing is, are they practicing that? Like,
you would think that they get scored on like every week, either by Szczesny being stupid or a set piece corner kick cross kind of thing. You would think they would cover that. I mean, I would hope that they're covering that.
Daniel, but you notice Bonucci get the ball with his head when nobody's in front of him.
Yeah.
When he has to confront somebody else or mark, he never get the ball.
Yeah, he's
weak, slow, and fat. That's why.
Yeah, he's timid. He doesn't have the conviction when he's going up.
It's not defended. That's the mistake.
Yeah.
I don't care about your long pass when it's right.
Yeah,
One out of
Once in a while.
or you score a penalty shot.
I don't care that. No, I don't care. Because to defend, that's to defend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely intimidated by Yoshida and Kali. He's not he's not on that same caliber as far as strength. So he
And
didn't
the
go up
matter
as hard.
fact is, when, for example, with Chelsea, we play Chelsea, Kellin is there. I hope it's Kellin delete.
Yeah.
I hope the guy is out.
We'll talk about Chelsea, but I do not have a good feeling about that game.
So
I think
let's
Yeah, but I
continue.
hope we are going to put Bonucci in there.
Listen, Bonucci plays every game. I think he's playing. I think it'll be Bonucci.
If Bonucci, they give it as a result in the Pagella, they give it 6.5. Wait, I would have given it
because he scored a goal. That's why. So the big worry about this game is obviously Dybala got hurt again, which before he got hurt, he was playing well. I think we can all agree he scored a nice, beautiful goal outside the box.
Yeah.
Morata also got hurt, so Juventus is super thin up front this week. I think they're both. What I've read reports is they're going to be out for Chelsea and they're going to be out for Torino.
Yeah.
Morata will be out a little longer than Dybala.
Yeah. They come back after the
break.
Now, you know what? Want to know something? Even if Dybala is injured, the coach, the Argentina coach, he called him. What do you call him for?
Well, he called him. It's so stupid.
He called 30 people. What do you call me? I cannot play as Torino.
He's not going to go, is he?
I don't know. If I was Juventus, I say I Torino.
It's like, hey, go get COVID on a plane.
Oh, Frank,
there's no point.
Frank today.
so Frank's not in the chat yet. He's joining in.
Where are you, Frank? What time is it now?
Hold on. We'll talk to him once he's set up.
Your app sucks.
So with this game, one thing that you see once he substituted Dybala, he didn't have any sub that has anywhere close to skill of Dybala.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's changing players that don't fit the tactics that he wants to do. So that's their issue is, if Dybala is not there, they have to change up what they're doing because they have no one who can replace.
What excuse to give? They give it to for Colorescu, lot of fans. They say already, he never put him on the same spot the second way. He put all over me, but never one spot.
It's not an excuse. He can't do
anything.
That's
not an excuse.
He's got one foot.
I would teach him how to play, how to move with the right, with the left. I would teach him that.
All right, really quickly, if you're watching or you're listening, Frank has joined the podcast.
What did I miss?
He was taking a dump, I think, for a half hour. Frank, we're just talking about Juventus. You want to throw anything out there?
What were your thoughts on the Juventus game?
Oh, geez, I don't know. First of all, it was a half hour trying to get onto this tremendous technology that we use here for the show. So, I'm so glad I'm cross country and I wasted a half hour. But I don't know. What are my thoughts on Juventus? What'd you guys say so far? Anything?
We just said that Bonucci can't defend. Dybala played good when he was there. They can't cover crosses. They're injured up front.
I feel really bad for Dybala. I think the first 20 minutes of the game, you saw improvement. I think the team is improving from the first week. The first 20 minutes, I think they played pretty good. Dybala, I feel really bad for him, right? Because I think you could just tell.
Frank, wait a sec, Frank. But still, all time in the first half, we did good.
Not as good.
Becky, what do you do with the next? We got to win what?
No, it's not about the score. It's they
were
passing.
At the end, we will miss. And then we look like we're scared. We make them attack anyone.
Yeah, I'm saying the first 20
minutes.
We're
going to wait till the game to finish.
Yeah, the strategy was wrong.
The first 20 minutes, they passed the ball faster. People were moving off the ball. It was clear that they were trying to make a little bit longer passes, right? I saw a little bit better organization on the field. And then as soon as Dybala came out, because he got injured, it all crumbled because, without Dybala there.
Because it's the best. Technically, it's the best one.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, except for Locatelli, Dybala, and Chiesa, I was watching the game at Daddy's house. there's really no one there.
I wouldn't agree with that. I thought Bentancur held his own.
Bentancur played his best game, but
Bentancur played the best game so far.
Bentancur played his best game, but in the end, we were still holding on for dear life.
Dude, at the end of the day, their finishing needs to be better. They need to defend better, and they need to change their mentality. They cannot sit and defend like they're like they need.
Because you know what's the reason? Because Allegri, with this 2 years he stay out, he went back instead of to adjourn.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
He has the same team he had with Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini at that time.
Yeah.
The midfield, Pirlo, company.
First of all, so it's not Allegri's fault. The first goal,
it's his fault.
Not the first goal. The first goal they score, they make it 2-0. There's like 3 minutes till halftime, and that was a complete mental lapse. Like you can't defend a 2-goal lead before halftime for 3 minutes. We let them come right back down the field because we take down the rhythm.
It wasn't even 1 minute.
But why
it was like a minute.
Why is that not Allegri's fault though?
Because the players on the field also should know better, right? I have a lot of blame for Allegri, but there's a mentality issue there. Like they think they're up 2-0, and what they think they're gonna glide to the hasn't the beginning of the season taught them?
But I think it's because they're not prepared well. Because if you play 20 minutes, 25 or first half good, all of a sudden it's like you forget.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They are not prepared well, and you cannot even say because the Bala had the injury at the game. The game should just finish.
No, it shouldn't finish, but it shouldn't finish. But as soon as he went out, that little bit of creativity went down a notch.
Yeah,
the speed of play went down a notch, and then our defenders. Listen, I told in the middle of the game, I said to Daddy, I go, this is the future that you guys keep ragging on me for Chiellini. But this is the future of Juventus' defense as soon as Chiellini retires.
It's scary.
Bonucci made his career because of Chiellini and Barzagli.
We cannot rely on Chiellini and Bonucci if you want to renew ourselves.
Well, we're not renewing.
We hope Chiellini play all this game. Chiellini, it's like Ibrahimovic right now. One game is out. One game out.
You play one game, you sit for a month.
Listen. It's not a matter. I'm not saying we shouldn't renew. I'm not saying that. No one's saying I want Chiellini to play till he's 50. I'm just saying we have to acknowledge that to this point, a 36 or 37-year-old Chiellini is still better than anything else.
Let's say, where do you sell Demiro? Where do you sell Dragoshin?
Yeah, so now we're
why
on
do you
it, right?
get Perugani if he cannot play?
Now we're on it. It's the moves of the people running the team go deeper than Allegri, right? Like that's the end of it because
but not technically because now Allegri apparently when coming back they said he's got a say in who comes and goes, not like before. So he's to blame with it too.
And the summer he was pissed he didn't get the players he wanted.
No, but he has more say than the first time that he was around.
Gave him power. They gave him power. Yeah. But look, how much different would your team be right now if you just had couple players that were on Juventus already. If you had Romero, right? If you had Emery Khan that you had and you got rid of, and God forbid you still had Spinazzola. Same exact team with those three players.
Yeah, they got a lot of money for those players.
Frank, that's you can give a fault to Allegri.
No, I'm giving fault to the management.
He didn't have Emery Khan. He didn't have Romero.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving fault to the management.
If we have to renovate ourselves, rejuvenate ourselves, you cannot count on Bonucci and Chiellini. You don't send out Fagioli and Ranocchia. No, you make them play.
Yeah, and Rovella is another example, right? Our midfield is horrible. Rovella had a year in Serie A. Why isn't he one of your options if you had no money? Why didn't you bring him back and go, you know what? I don't want another year of Barbiot and Ramsey being my only options.
And then let's talk about the parameter zero, Ramsey, right? He's up with his 7,500. The problem is they want to make 20 or 25 million and sell him. Instead, they have to get him and say, let's rescind this contract. Get out of here. You came at 0 goal.
Yeah,
Come on.
They're in a no-win position.
That's what I'm saying. So I say Allegri has his blame for sure. We've been saying that, right? But this goes back before Allegri. It goes back with the moves of the guys running the show. This is what it goes to. This is why your team is stuck, barely holding on to wins, losing leads. This is the team you're going to have all year.
Yeah, but ask yourself why we cannot sell Rams, because nobody wants to pay that kind of money.
He's terrible. It was a dumb move.
Because what people don't understand in terms of managing a club, it's same thing as assets, any other assets. You want to buy low, sell high, right? We have a bunch of overpriced, underperforming assets that no one's going to buy off your hand unless you take a big loss.
But Frank,
that's what it is.
Frank, you bought Rams low, very low, 0.
No,
now you have to get rid of 7,500,000.
Yeah, you bought it, but that's the thing. So
because you don't make him play, he don't play. When he plays, suck. So try to save on the 7.5.
But the reason you got him was because you gave him that outrageous contract.
That's right.
So now you have to. No one's going to give him that money.
So rescind the contract. Get out. You take the best, go whatever you want.
That takes
7.5.
That takes 2 to tango, right? So the only way he's gonna do that is when you have 1 year left on your contract. You say, okay, give me my contract. I go sign another 3 or 4 year contract, even if I make 6.
He's supposed to know 7.5 and 7.5.
Right, but he's not gonna let. Okay, if you were Ramsey, a scrub being paid 7.5. Are you going to give that money back?
You give him 1 million bonus shit, but not the bonus shit.
then you're.
And then you go get another team.
Then your agent is stupid.
If you know it's a steal, the salary he make. He has to try to steal it with somebody else.
No, because in other words,
you deserve.
No, let's. As much as we hate Ramsey, right? Let's just talk about this like business.
No, believe it. Listen, I thought Ramsey would be good. I'm disappointed
you were wrong there.
Yeah, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, because I remember with Arsenal, it was played good.
He played totally different at Arsenal.
To make someone leave their contract, right? To make someone accept a buyout of their contract. If they're making, how many years does he have left, Ramsey? 2?
I don't know. One more.
2. Let's just do real math.
Why?
How many more years? 1. When does it run out?
This is the 30 years he played with us.
So what? His contract's up in the summer?
No,
next year. Right, okay. So for him to cut up his contract to say, I'll leave this year with 2 years left, he would have to say, my next team, I'm going to make the same or more money after I sign my last contract.
How many times Juventus did I pay half of the salary?
Well, that's what you're talking about. You have to pay $4 or $5 million to get rid of him, not $1 million. $4 or $5 million.
Whatever. What do you keep some money? You preclude yourself not to put a young person. You give away Fagioli, Ranocchia for someone use.
So really quickly, in chat, Cespo says June 30th, 2023. He's locked up.
So he's got another year.
Yeah. So that's where they compound the problems, right? They're not smart enough to say, okay, we have Rabiot and Ramsey that we got for free that we overpay that are useless. They're not of Juventus. How can I make up for this? I don't have any money, so I can't bring in another great player. But what do I do have? I have Ravella. I have Fagioli. Why didn't they bring cheap guys that they could at least play and build, right? Because you're not paying more money. They were too stupid to even do that. Instead,
unless they thought it with Allegri, because if they got Allegri, we are competitive and winning the championship.
So that's bad management.
By now they should realize we don't have no team and no coach. And the worst part, you will pay him 40 years. And 4 years, you not rejuvenate, you not renew your team when you count a Chiellini Bonucci. That's it.
For those who are listening, we apologize for all the screaming. You're probably going deaf if you have headphones in. So.
Listen, that's the passion. That's why you listen.
They start to criticize. Why they start to criticize the elite? Because they want to sell him too.
He will be gone. 100%.
Now the question will be: will they at least get the $85 million they spent?
No, they're going to get They has 150 million plus.
They're going to get it.
I read this. Chelsea pay 120 already.
I'm not worried about his fees.
So, listen, I hate to say this.
That's not the point. You go play, you sell.
But here's the thing: a team like Juventus. Another thing that's important when you're constructing a team, you have to understand where you are in the cycle. Right now, we have we have what do you call it? DeLitt, who's 22. He could be part of the team for the next 8 to 10 years, right? But if you have no money and you can get 120 million and turn him into 3-4 good players, 5 players, if you can pick them right. Young people.
Who they buy? Who they buy?
People.
Not that Ramos and not the Rabiot.
So it goes back to the management, because if you gave the same concept to Atalanta, they would get 8-10 players. So again, it's the people in charge. That's where it's at.
That could be some reason if they could do a good buy.
Yes.
If there's someone to know who to buy.
Listen,
but
when
they show, they bought each one that they bought. Oh, the boy said Romero.
Yeah.
We bought it for 25 million. We gave it for Atalanta 20. They sell for 55.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we're kidding.
That's why the people, if I'm on Yelly, I hate to say it, even though he's to blame too, I'm firing these people. Because it's not that they didn't spend money, they spent it wrong. That's what it was. And it's like, listen, when Juventus sold Zidane, right? They turned that into what? Tudor, Cannavaro, Buffon. Who did they turn that into? 5 players.
We buy Rovella, we lend again for a year.
Exactly.
We still have the Mandragora, which is better than the one we have, and we give away.
Which I said 5 years ago.
Counting there.
For anyone who's new to the podcast, we are Juventus fans, and they've just won 2 in a row. So just keep that.
So that's what I wanted to say. 2 in a row they won.
But
even Tudor could look good. We went to Verona, 3 games, 5 points.
So they won 2 in a row. Does that have you guys feeling any better about this team with 2 games winning in a row?
No.
All right, that's the simple answer. I don't think anyone feels good about the team.
Because here's the thing: as Juventus fans, the goal is simple. It's to win the championship and take a next step and win the Champions League. I think we're all in agreement. None of those 2 things are likely to happen this year. They can win 6 in a row, and then they're going to lose 2 in a row. It doesn't matter. At the end of the year, they're going to be somewhere between 4 and 8. That's where they're going to end.
We like to get to 4th place.
Yeah. So what are we really excited about? The 2 wins that we held down against.
I'm just saying, maybe a little momentum.
I write already to one of blog. I say Inter, Milan, Napoli, Atalanta. They play for the 4th place. We play with Roma and Lazio for the rest
to get the Europa League.
F17. I put F17.
Listen, and we did this all together, right, guys? We watched all these games these past 2 weeks. I don't know about you, but how many rosters are you watching games up and down? You're going, I'd rather have those guys. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's 9 or 10 teams where we can pick 3 or 4 players on each team that we'd rather have than who we have on Juventus. 10 teams where you can go, I'll take them 3?
Maybe we've been a little bit lucky this Monday because the ref throw out Gigi Torino, which is the best defender right now.
Yeah. So he won't be available for the event.
Right.
Where have we fallen to that we have to hope
Torino players get thrown out?
That game's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it.
Frank.
No, that's not.
We have top people don't play.
I do want to move on because we've been talking about Juventus for a long time. I think we have another game. Dom, do we have any more cards that we want to talk? Yeah, the Napoli game. So, we have to talk about Napoli. Wait, is this the right card? Yeah, this is 2-0 win over Cagliari. Napoli 6-0. First place. What do you mean? Yeah. You're just making it seem like big whoop.
Napoli is a great team, a good team, but I think it's like Juventus used to be. The other team, they're afraid of Napoli.
They should be.
No, they should be. But they have a mentality. They don't play them pressing. They make them play. If you make Napoli play, they kick your ass.
That's like any team.
Osimhen manhandled the defense. I don't know if you guys saw this game.
They look like sometimes Cagliari, a team like them, they defend 2-0.
Yeah. Oh. And the thing with them is they've already fired their coach. They're worse than they're playing with the first coach.
Did you guys see, and Daddy called this, right, that Mazzarri is going to come and say, oh, well, we're supposed to lose to teams like Napoli. He said some BS about, well, we didn't lose 3 or 4-0. That is the
that's
biggest.
the BSC say.
The
Well,
biggest
I think that you listen to now.
Yeah.
What
Well,
a
you just
lose!
do nothing.
What
If
a
I-
loser!
If I'm the owner, I'm firing him after he said that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
get out of here.
What kind of? What are you telling your players by that? That the
Yeah, I
coach
agree.
is going, oh, we didn't lose 3 or. You're the freaking head coach. You don't think we can? You think we're good that we lost by 2? What am I supposed to think that I'm the player?
What do you think his pregame speech was? Hey, let's not lose by 3. Did
Yeah.
he actually say that to them?
Guys, go out there, have fun.
Don't get him. Let's not embarrass ourselves. That was it. Let's make another team lose worse this week.
They're frustrated too because their roster, they have really good players.
If you look at Coyotes' roster, they really should be better than 19th place. You know, like they're just coached terribly.
Yeah, 100%. And Mazzotti looked like he was on vacation in his polo, in his polo, leaning against the bench, half smiling, didn't care.
Frank. You know why? Because Mazzotti was a type who used to talk too much, grill.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he wants to change his.
He's in like retirement mode.
It looks like it looks like a pension job.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
It looks like a pension job. It looks like he's like, well, screw it. I'm in retirement anyway. I'll get it. Whatever. It is what it is. You know,
like, he's not going to last though. I mean, if you keep
this is another one out.
Yeah, he's going to get fired.
You know what? Cagliari, what happened? We saw this scenario already. They throw in 2-3 games. Mazzari's out and they call the Semplici back.
Yeah, they're gonna. That's exactly what I said. They're gonna
because
hire
he's on the payroll.
Yep.
Semplici's better than Mazzotti anyway.
Yeah.
He's on the payroll. You know the guys. That's what we saw. This we see this all every year with this old. I don't understand how they think.
I don't either. What does that help? How does that help your team? By keep firing the coach, start. That helps a crappy team to begin with.
Why did you hire him in the first place?
Yeah,
give him 3 weeks. It's just like it's terrible management, and we see that all over the place. In Italy, you see that all the time. You know, they're not smart. The people who run these teams are not.
They are not smart.
It's like smart. You know what's smart? I think he show a little bit smart. Spalletti.
Yeah.
Spalletti say, I don't want you to buy nobody. But don't sell the people I have.
Yeah, at least
actually they can make Anguisse. Actually, they got
Anguisse was so how much did they buy him for?
They got him for nothing.
Knew this guy.
And Anguisse is the best player on the field besides Osimhen.
Nobody knew this guy.
How much did they get him for? Really?
Nothing, Frank. Honestly, nothing. They did not pay anything for him.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, where is Juventus scouting anyone?
Hey, you know the problem. What is the problem? I read the paper. I read everything. The problem is, I'll give you an example. When Moggi was in Juventus, he never talked about no player. He used to take and bring in. That's it. This guy, you see on the paper, we buy this, we like this, and they don't get nobody.
It's also covered a lot differently now.
They make to sell the paper.
There's a lot more There's a lot more. They have to sell paper, so they make up a lot of shit.
Yeah, but they have to sell paper, but no bullshit.
But here's where there's some truth to that, right? It's like we know they wanted Locatelli. How long did that drag on for? We know they wanted Verratti. They didn't get him. How long did that drag on for? There was another player too. Even Khan, 2 years they tried to get him for. Then they get him. Then they decide, well, you're not even going to be on the Champions League roster, and they sell him like a week later.
Because got the salary. We got to the one who it's the one guy that got good. Can and this.
Well, I mean, and that's the difference with Napoli. They had their one target last year, Osimhen. They spent a shitload on him, but they got who they wanted.
And then you know what? You're right. They got Osimhen, 85 million. No, but this guy, he looked like he's going to kill everybody.
Yeah, he's so fast.
Then Anguisse, nobody knew about this. Nope. You know, the Juventus look like you, me, and the other. When somebody become a champion, they know him.
Yeah, that's when they go after.
Yeah, and Anguisse is the signing of the summer so far. Like
Anguisse is good. How old is he? I don't even know. He's from Cameroon, right?
He's young. He's not old.
Young.
25.
Did they ever see this Busio?
Well, yeah, a lot of people saw him in America.
No, he wasn't playing like McKenna wasn't playing.
He's good.
Oh, let's talk about McKennie too. I mean, that's a guy that they've turned from a guy that we thought was going to turn into something good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not worth.
Yeah,
half
but
of what we
they
paid for.
demoralize him too.
We already kind of talked about it.
Yeah,
I think he's going to end up in the Premier League.
He still has value. Like don't sell him short.
Already, they don't want him.
Yeah, but now that they don't want him, and
yeah, he doesn't have as much
like this.
He doesn't have as much value. Yeah, 100%.
But the point is, Ngise is a perfect example, right? There's players around, and if you don't have any money, you have to know how to evaluate the players you have. So, okay, I have no money. Dragosine, can he play? Keep him. Rovella, is he better than what I have? Keep him, right? Like, what assets do I have that can enforce my team without me spending anything? And then can I go find the guy like Ngise?
You look even at the edge they have, friend.
Yeah.
Because when you have a coach 4 years, but you know what he's doing, this for young people, 4, 5, 6, they should have become beautiful in 4 years.
It's not only that. If they were smarter, what they would do is have 1 or 2 young kids part of the roster every year, let them play their 15, 20 games. If they play good, their value is going to go up 3 times what would be a decent season on Genoa, right? So, like, you could actually make money by letting them have a good showing on your team and participate, even if you don't believe in them long term. They just loan them for 3 years and then give them away.
But they did have, Kyle George. He's hurt right now. Like, he's the young player they bought.
Is that one of the things that they do, by the way? You have to be injured to buy him?
But this to tell you about the Juve under 23 Serie C. Do you see they take anyone from there? That means the player they get for Serie C, they're not that great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
as a matter of fact, they hire on the Serie C, but for the Serie C, people adapt for the Serie C. 30 years, 20. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even. They haven't even shown me that they can evaluate when they get the right players. They get them, like they bought them. Spinazzola, Romero, right? They have them. They can't even go, oh, let's keep them. They say, oh, you know what? They're the only ones that someone will give us some money for. Let's sell them. Let's loan out Demiral for $2 million, which Atalanta's going to do the same thing next year. Hey, can we loan them for 1 more year? Because we don't want to. We're going to get another $2 million, and they're going to buy him for you for $9.
All right, let's. I know it's frustrating, but we kind of hammered.
No, it is frustrating because if we had an Ngise, someone like that, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, 100%. Ngise would run. I mean, he would be the best player in this midfield. So Napoli though dominated the shots, 17 shots, 68% possession. Just but again, take it with a grain of salt. Cagliari sucks. They're not good right now. They have a terrible.
And I did say, listen, as long as if Napoli wins the championship, for any non-team Juventus, I'd be happy if Napoli won it. Obviously, if anyone but no Inter, I'm happy. Like, let Napoli win it. Naples can win. They've been waiting for a win. I don't care. I will say I'm not fully bought in with Napoli yet. I think.
Go ahead.
I think Spalletti is taking the tact of, and I think he even said it. I'm not even worried about turnover until after the next international break. Yeah. I think Spalletti is just playing his best players. They started in good form, and he's riding that out. Maybe smart.
Frankie, best player, yes, but you see who they have outside.
They do.
On the bench. They have good people on the bench.
They do.
I'm not sold on any team, Frank. Like, I can't say one team more than other is going to win. Like, it's so wide open.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Napoli's in first right now. The 6 in a row. Osimhen's got 6 goals in the month of September. Like, they're just flying high right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can keep it up because they're fun to watch and they've been there
and
they've actually built something.
When they drop a little bit in December, January, when the people go in Africa.
Well, yeah, Koulibaly is going to be gone.
They have about 3 people: Osimhen,
Ngise,
Ngise.
Ngise, other people. They go. Yeah, they find themselves a little bit in trouble.
A lot of teams are going to get hit with that. Milan's going to get hit with that too. Dom, go to the other round 6 results because we didn't even talk about the best game of the week. We didn't mention Milan Spezia 2-1 Milan. We talked about Inter Atalanta. Genoa Hellas Verona. I want to mention this game for a couple of reasons. 3-3.
Yeah, but you see, Daniel, you see Spezia, he played the game with Juventus and Milan at the same. They played the game.
Yeah, they tried to play.
They didn't do like Cagliari. 2-0 is okay for me.
Yeah, no,
that was the coach you predicted to get fired first. Good job.
Mota, Thiago Mota. Yeah, they're trying to play. I'll give them that. Genoa, Hellas Verona. This game, 3-3. First of all, Genoa was just bought 99%. 99.9% of the team was just bought by American owners, so I wanted to mention that, which is awesome. That there's more American owners that are coming into the league. But this game, Hellas Verona was up 2-0. Genoa comes back, scores 3 goals. Destro with 2 goals. Ravello, who by the way on a free kick had a beautiful cross to Destro, scored on the first. I think the
and Destro scored with the bottle of water under his hand.
And he had a bottle of water in his hands as he scored. So you think they're going to seal it up? They score really late to take the lead, and then on another, I think it was a cross to Kalinic. So Simeone scored for Hellas Verona on a cross in the box. Their central defense was nowhere. Kalinic scores the same way, cross in the center. I think maybe there's no defenders who can cover like crosses these days.
The defense is really bad.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
It ended up a 3-3 tie, but this game was awesome to watch.
Hey, I mentioned to Frank, right? We have Morata. We bought a 10 plus 10, and next year if we want 35 million. 55. And I told Frankie, I would not take Morata back at all. So I just to put another 25 million, I would get a Vlahovic. Right.
Well, even Keane is 35 million. Chris, what were you saying?
No, but Keane can catch another 2 games and he's out.
All right, Chris, go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't even remember what I was saying, but they're not.
Yeah, you were saying.
We were talking about Genoa and Verona, and I don't know how we got back to that.
I don't know. I forgot. Destro's the man. That's all I'm saying.
Destro's the man.
I mean, yeah.
Do we need a Destro's corner now?
No, I already called Patricio something because I got him. He's
Patricio's place.
Yeah, that's all me.
Corner.
We talked about Juventus. Empoli, Bologna. Bologna cannot defend at all. So 4-2 Empoli. This game had like 4 or 5 different posts, in total from both teams. It could have been like 7-5 this game.
Is Mihailovic in danger getting fired?
Listen, they've let up like 13 goals.
Bologna, when they start to lose something, when they sold the tiramisu, the Japanese.
Tiramisu.
No, what was it?
He meant to say Tomiyasu, and he said tiramisu.
But they sold in England.
Yeah, I mean,
Thomas.
Their defenses look really bad.
The
and Skorupski has been.
He was good. Tiramisu is awesome.
no, he wasn't the best.
He was good. You should at least learn his name.
So anyway, Empoli's got 3 wins, I think, or something like that. They're playing pretty well. Sassuolo, Salernitana, 1-0. Berardi scored a goal there. We had Fiorentina beat Udinese 1-0. That was a Vlahovic penalty shot. Dragowski made some saves in that game. Udinese deserved a little bit better, in my eyes. Then we had Venezia Torino. That was today, 1-1. Torino had the lead. They got a red card, double yellow. So that caused the penalty shot. Venezia scored, and it ended up a 1-1 draw.
Yep.
That being said, let's look at the table because there was some movements.
Tifosi time, where we learn to butcher names.
Tiramisu on Tottenham. So here's the table. You have Napoli at first. You got Milan, Inter, Rome to round up the top 4. Fiorentina, Lazio.
But did you see one thing? If you compare the Classifica last week and this week, we're on the left side.
They moved. Listen, Juventus moved up some spots. Congratulations.
We're not
they got 6
relegation
points.
anymore.
You can't do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not able to do 26 win in a row.
How does Bologna have 8 points? I feel like all they've been doing is losing by 10 every game.
Well, they started off hot in the beginning of the season.
Jeez.
Yeah, but they just can't defend at all.
In Genoa, Sampdoria 6 points.
Yeah.
5 points.
No, 5 points.
See.
Yeah.
Look. Say if you think about it, that's That's the team, right? Empoli not going to stay there. Torino not going to stay there. Juventus is going to get to 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
I would agree.
7.
If you're looking at this
They
table,
play that. Fiorentina, Juventus, Lazio, Roma for the 50th place.
so if you're looking at the left side of the table, the one team that I would say is not going to finish there on the left side, top 10, is Empoli. The one team I would put in there is Samp or Sassuolo's fighting for that 10th slot. Those are my two teams that would be to round out the top 10, and the rest would stay in there. I think Torino's a top 10 team this year.
I agree, but looking at this right now, I'm saying Juventus finishes 8th.
That's a strong possibility. We've been saying 4 to 8.
No, I think they're going to play with Fiorentina, Roma, Lazio.
In the end, like I said, anywhere between 4 and 8, and they probably end up somewhere right in the middle, 6 or 6. You know, but that's the equivalent.
No,
of
you know
coming in
what?
last.
Maybe they never played the Conference League.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of
They go for
coming
that.
last.
How embarrassing would that be? That's
They probably won't even win the Conference League. They suck.
That's very embarrassing.
The thing is, too, it's like there's a trickle down effect to everything. So now they're not in Champions League. So they're not getting money, and who the hell's
That's the problem. That's what we were just saying. Yeah, this is a 5-year problem.
I tell you something, but still, because Juventus, I'm optimist. I mean, I think
You sound
they
like
they might do something. No,
Yeah,
I don't know. You never know. But if in January we buy 1 or 2 players,
they're not buying. No one buys anyone in January, so that's not happening.
you never know.
There's not going to be a big move.
I don't know. Maybe if they get marked and they go to January and say, give me Rovella back, and then advance.
That's not going to
I
change
don't know.
the team anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, they moved to the left side. They're going in the right direction.
Listen, I would have been happier if they would have had a team right now with Rovella, Medetti, Ranocchia, those young guys, and we were in the same spot. I'd be at least everybody's at 19. Who cares?
But that's not Juventus.
no,
They would never do that.
Because they don't know how to
with
do
the guy to get it to 5, 6 plays. So I just you prepare yourself.
So I asked this question while we were watching the game. I'll ask it to Chris and Dan because Daddy already answered it. Do you think that it all has to do? Do you think Juventus actually thought Ronaldo was going to stay, and the fact that he left like a week before screwed them? Or you can't tell me they had no idea that he was.
No, I think what they knew and what they said is 100% different.
So they should have planned better. Then we all agree.
The problem. It's which one is the problem? They want to get rid of Ronaldo themselves. Just they didn't have a team.
Yeah.
To make a 25 or 30
They were in a bad spot. A no-win situation.
And Ronaldo knew the first chance he had, they left.
Yeah. So, Dom, let's. That being said, we have midweek Champions League, Europa League. Dom, throw that up before we.
Hey, I'll tell you another story.
Go ahead.
One story I tell you. Where is Dominic anyway?
He's here. Don't worry.
Dominic, take this story. When I used to play soccer, right? There was this guy, right? This guy, he was he would play a friendly game with a Serie B team, right? Mm-hmm. And they got this guy from Calabria to try with them, right? Try out with them, and they put on the team. Now, this guy, they didn't take him. He ended up, this guy, to play with my team. This guy that's supposed to go with the Serie B, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he used to say? I was to play with the, he mentioned some names of Serie B. Now I had to play with. He pointed to some guys.
He was making fun of his teammates.
And that's basically what Ronaldo said, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Ronaldo said the same thing. Well, we have to play.
Yeah, what team, what division was
my
your
team?
Is
Bagnares.
But what league was that in?
We were a semi-professional for Quarta Serie.
Okay, semi-professional.
Semi-professional. And we play Serie B, that's Squadra Serie B. Friend, because they were going to play Messina. They stopped in there now town, and Thursday we make the game.
That's
so in
awesome.
that game, they try out this guy from Villa. Villa is a town by me. Some used to play with my now tournament. Mm-hmm. So you try, and they put in his team. So, but they didn't take him. They didn't pick up him. But we buy him. Actually, that time we were in promotion. Not even quarta serie. Then we go in quarta serie. When we got to this guy, other guy, right? So he didn't get. We bought. Bagneres bought this guy. So we mixed a team, right? The old guy that was young in that team with this coach was me, 17 years old. As a matter of fact, all the player we bought, the people good from the category, right? They were doubt with the coach, say, "Wow, we have to keep with the championship with 17 years old guy." Used to say to the coach, to my coach, the coach trusted me. He just throw me in there. After 2-3 weeks, they shut up. They knew I was better than that. I was young.
So you played with the original Ronaldo. That's awesome.
No, I played with the No, it was not Ronaldo.
I know.
Can we make that a T-shirt?
Yeah.
I feel like we could sell the shit out of that shirt.
That's funny. I like that story.
No, it's true. Then he pointed some second goalie.
Had to play with that scrub over there.
I was about to play Serie B.
That's awesome. That guy probably killed himself. So I'm glad you're laughing about it.
Hey, Dominic, you think I can put a Pietro story?
This guy's such a ham.
Yeah. He's a camera hog, this guy.
He wants his own solo.
I become famous, I told you I can write a book about soccer.
I'm pretty sure we're a comedy podcast at this point, by the way.
Anyway, let's go on to the tournament games this week. So you have Champions League.
Not to mention the coach. This coach that throw me and to be titolare. We were talking about formation all the time. I knew what he was thinking before. When he was trying first, second team, he knew. You know what he told me when I came back I came in the United States. Hey, Peter, do coach because you know what you're talking about. I know what you say.
He's so modest too. I love it. All right, so enough with that story. Let's go down with the Champions League draws. You have Wednesday. Wait, is that tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow it's Atletico.
Tomorrow's Tuesday,
Milan, right?
Tomorrow's Tuesday. So you have Inter versus Shakhtar at 12:45 Eastern. You have Milan versus Atletico Madrid, which is a great game, 3:00 Eastern. Wednesday, you have Atalanta at 12:25 versus Young Boys.
Hey, Daniel, you know what the Inter players say about that game? Shakhtar Inter? Tomorrow we play against the Sassuolo.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, because the Zerbi.
Because that Zerbi make them play like Sassuolo.
Yeah.
Also because Sassuolo is a little bit better. The Shakhtar is a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't think.
He doesn't have Berardi, but they have more experience.
Either does Juventus.
I would be very disappointed if Inter didn't get 3 points. Not disappointed. I don't like Inter.
No,
if they don't get 3 points,
and then they have Atletico.
Are they home or away?
They're away.
And then have Atletico Milan.
Yes, which is an awesome game. Milan's home in that game. And then you have to round it up on Wednesday, which I took off of work on Wednesday. I don't know why.
Tomorrow, I think it's PCG against the City. I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games. You have Juventus-Chelsea at 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Again, no Morata, no Dybala.
Blowout for Juventus.
It could be a shit show.
I don't know. We have to be, as I say, we have to be optimistic. Maybe Kovalenko ci sviluppa scienza, no?
Kovalenko.
My old pediatrician.
Kulusevski. Kaliwenko for the goal.
God, Kulusevski. You guys can't say his
name. Maybe
listen, when he stops sucking and learns to use his right
remember
foot, I'll
to play. I don't know.
I think that's a 4-1 loss.
Hey, another things about this guy. This one, I never mentioned the name. I don't even know the name. It's Paratic wants him and Tottenham.
Who?
Move it.
For free, I'm sure.
No, what free? He bought himself.
All right.
He's like, I'm not going to make that mistake twice.
Europa League. You have on these games are Thursday, right?
Give the
you
money
have,
so not to lose.
you have Napoli versus Spartak Moscow at 12:45 Eastern, and you have
Spartak.
Lazio versus Lokomotiv Moscow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And in the Conference League, Juventus is next tournament next year. You have FC Zara Luhansk versus AS Roma at 12:45 on Thursday.
Hey, did you read about the last one? The UEFA.
No.
Say yes, okay. No condemnation to Juventus, Barcelona, cause
Yeah, no
they
punishment.
retreat.
Oh yeah. So
They retreated because they would be going in jail, because referee.
yeah. So for those who didn't understand that, they're not going to do any sanctions or put any anything legal against Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Juventus.
That's also
for the
because I also think they asked for this extra insertion of money into UEFA did because of the COVID, and I think Juventus and these other teams stepped up and put more money into the system too. I wouldn't be surprised if that was why Juventus put the 400 million.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Okay,
that's not the case.
No,
I think they were wrong. They were ready to go to Madrid, the tribunal. They did. He would lose. Suffering.
The best thing that can happen to Juventus is they get suspended for the tournament and get saved the embarrassment of the season.
Shut up.
Serie C, here we come.
True. No, have faith, guys.
All right, Dom, throw up our picks from last week so you can see our scores, and then we'll quickly each pick a game. So if you see, Frank had 3 games correct as far as picking the winner. Nobody picked correct scores. So
3 games you have right to Frank.
Frank in week 6 he got 3 games right.
Okay. I'm still level 1.
No, so you have 3 points total. You're in last place still. Chris has 9 points, and Frank and I have
I think it's 6 points. Good.
So you got the Juventus game right against Sam. And you got the Juventus game against Spezia. So you got 2 points total in that.
Chris, we're coming for you, Chris.
Chris, we're on your tail.
For Juventus too.
For both games, you picked the correct winner.
It's
the Spezia game and the Samp game.
I didn't pick Juventus in either game, and that's where you guys made points.
I didn't either. That's where I got screwed. All right, so that being said, we're going to do our picks. Dom's going to play our little graphic. I'm going to remind him to do that.
Hey, Frank, you look tired. What happened?
As he talks over the graphic.
It's been a long day.
Fine. All right. Dom, he didn't switch the screen, though, so poorly produced.
Hey, I cannot read Dominic. I cannot read today. And
make it bigger for him, Dom, if you can.
He don't talk at all.
We're going to do round 7 picks. For those who don't know, we each pick a game, and we all give our predictions. And then if we get the pick right, it's 1 point. If we get the score right, it's 2 points. So who wants to make the first pick?
The Cagliari Venezia for the last place.
Me. Torino, Juventus. Torino's home. Juventus sucks. 2-1 Torino.
Again, Torino without their best defender.
Yeah.
3-2 for Juventus.
3-2 for Juventus.
Listen, Juventus doesn't have Dybala.
3-2 for Juventus.
2-1 Torino.
He usually picks 1-1 or 1-0, so he went high scoring this week. I'm going to say 1-0 Torino.
I'm going to say 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Who wants to make the next pick?
There's really good games this
week. Fiorentina Napoli. Oh,
that's an awesome game. Yeah.
2-1 for Fiorentina.
You got the upset. Fiorentina's home.
Fiorentina 2-1.
I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
I'll say 2-1 Napoli.
I'm going to say 2-2.
C'è Atalanta Milan. No.
Okay, you made your pick. Frank, your turn.
Atalanta Milan. I'm going to say. I'm going to say 3-2 Atalanta.
3-2 Atalanta.
Do you have a reason, or you just?
Because Atalanta they're starting to come into shape. They're starting to run. I think they're going to start to make their move.
I'll say 2-1 for Atalanta.
Okay.
Chris, what about you?
This is tough.
I like Poot's prediction, 3-3. That's a good one.
I know. 3-2 Atalanta.
I'm going to say 2-2 draw. And I will make the last selection. What haven't we picked? Let's see. Sassuolo Inter. Or should I do Cagliari Firenze? No, I'll do Sassuolo Inter. I'm going to say 2-1 Inter. I never pick against my team, Inter.
1-1.
Yeah, I was going to go 1-1. Sassuolo's home.
1-1.
Inter's got a bunch of games. I'm going for a draw.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Inter.
2-1 Inter. Yes, he's on the bandwagon with me. All right.
I'm just trying to win this point thing now. At this point, I got nothing.
Yeah,
else to
that's so full of shit.
So I'm gonna stop. Last year I picked against Inter every week.
It's true. It didn't help you any.
No, I still won the thing.
You did.
And I didn't pick for them one time, and they won the league. So.
Yeah. All right, I think that's gonna.
Look at what Dominic Communion there. You guys were so.
We were high on Kulusevski, and he was saying from the beginning that Kulusevski sucked, and we were all saying he was good. So Dom likes to throw that in our face.
Yeah, but I thought it was better, Dominic.
He was better.
We didn't know he was like you with the left foot.
Anyway.
He used the right foot to run, to walk.
Yeah.
Barely.
He don't work. He don't play with the right side.
He can't protect the ball. He gets anticipated, and he's slow
because
thinking.
he doesn't have a strength on the right side.
Right.
He don't use the right side.
Catch Frank and Pietro on the After Dark podcast where they did shit on
Yeah, they continued to rag on Juventus for another 3 hours on our second channel.
You can buy access to that podcast for the low price of $373 a month.
It's in connection with the OnlyFans, I think, that for Dom's
We'll give you 90 minutes of shitting on Special K.
Actually, one thing. For 5-10 minutes, Bernardeschi like he wants to wake up, and then he go back to sleep.
Then he remembers he's Bernardeschi.
Listen, that's the after show. Save this stuff. Like, subscribe.
We've got to put that behind the paywall.
YouTube, Twitch, all your podcast formats. We got Champions League, we got Europa Conference, and another great round of soccer. We'll be back Monday to talk about it all. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Good
Adios.
night.